2025, the year of the Yin Wood Snake, the space in between breaths. Time isn't just a number. It's a rhythm, a movement, a cycle. The Chinese calendar doesn't just track days, it charts the shifting currents of energy that shape our lives. We can trust the Chinese calendar like we can trust that every winter will need a coat and every summer will need shorts. The way we move through time has cycles and patterns. The symbols of the Chinese calendar offer insight on how to flow with nature's rhythms. As we step into the year of the Yin Wood Snake, we enter a moment of stillness in the cycle. A time to pause, reflect, and see through the veils of illusion. This isn't a year of rapid change or external force. It's a year of subtle shifts and deep insight. The year of the Yin Wood Snake is considered a quiet beginning. This isn't a year of loud revelations or grand external shifts. Instead, we enter a space between, a subtle opening in time. The wood snake isn't here to shake the world. It's here to slip quietly between the cracks, revealing what's been hidden, offering us a moment of stillness and reflection. If last year, the wood dragon burst through the sky with explosive, chaotic change, clearing the rubble with sheer force, then the wood snake is the moment after the blast. The ringing in our ears, the dust settling, the realization that we can now see the path ahead. This is not a year that does anything to us. There's no push, no pull, just an invitation to pause, to be aware, to slip into the stillness beneath all the movement. The wood snake, a year of subtle transformation. Snakes in Chinese philosophy have always been enigmatic. Mystics, alchemists, shapeshifters. Unlike the dragon, which is a full manifestation of all possibilities, the snake is emptiness itself, the potential before form, the unseen space from which all things arise, the moment before action. And the wood snake? It's the gentlest of the snakes. A small green serpent hiding in the underbrush, not the coiled predator waiting to strike. Its qi is soft, almost imperceptible, and yet it is still there, just beneath the surface. In five-element theory, wood is the mother of fire, meaning that the wood snake is the ember before the flame, the first whisper of warmth. It's the time of morning when the sun is rising, but not yet hot. The liminal space between dreaming and waking. And that's what this year is. A gap in the noise. A still point in the current. So, what do we do with a year like this? The answer is, whatever we want. Without the usual pushes and pulls of stronger astrological years, we have the rare freedom to simply be. Without interference, without resistance, we are free to listen, observe, and reflect without urgency. This lack of momentum might feel disorienting for some. When the external world isn't forcing us in a direction, we might feel a bit lost. But this space is not emptiness. It is openness. A chance to move with greater clarity without being carried by the winds of fate. For some, this will be an empowering breath of fresh air. For others, it may feel like floating in the void. But either way, it is a chance to pause and see through the veils. This is the year to slow down, to step back, to retreat into inner work and self-discovery. It is not a year of grand achievements or rapid transformations, but rather of quiet revelations. Essence of the wood snake? Soft, hidden, subtle. This is a non-year in the best way possible. Things might feel transparent, quiet, almost weightless. Politics, culture, and global events may lack urgency or direction. The world will go on, but without the high-stakes energy of last year's wood dragon. Rather than expecting big dramatic events, this is a time of quiet shifts and slow-burning change. Ideas are forming beneath the surface. Movements are beginning, but they are unseen. What looks like stillness may actually be the mycelium growing underground, the soft, unnoticed emergence of something new. The gift of the gap of presence in non-doing, allowing the moment to be exactly as it is. What happens when we are no longer pushed or pulled by time? What happens when we are left with ourselves, unshaped by external forces? For some, this might feel like stagnation. For others, a much-needed reprieve. But for those who can embrace the space, this can be a profoundly insightful year. It is a time to see through illusions, to recognize the emptiness behind form, and to observe without needing to react. It is an invitation to wake up. And perhaps when the wild stallion of 2026, the young fire horse, comes galloping in, we will be glad we took this moment to breathe. Until then, the wood snake slithers unseen, moving through the gaps, leaving everything just as it is. Trusting nature's path, letting our true nature blossom, how to work with this year's Qi. Reflect more than you act. This is a year of insight, not execution. Keep a journal. Watch your thoughts. Observe more than you push forward. Work behind the scenes. This is a great year for planning, strategizing, and laying groundwork, but don't expect major external movement yet. Be okay with stillness. If things feel slow or unclear, resist the urge to force progress. Let things unfold naturally. Notice the subtle shifts. The real transformations this year won't be obvious. Pay attention to what's happening beneath the surface. Prepare for what's next. Use this time to rest, recover, and align yourself. This year is an invitation to see through, to become aware of what's always been there but unnoticed. What will you discover in the quiet?